Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy NotAllBad, and welcome to the first episode of What Did I Miss, where I discuss albums, songs, and movies that may have flown under the radar without too many people talking about it. So today, what I'm coming here with is Jacquees' 4275. For those of you who don't know who Jacquees is, he's a singer who signed under Cash Money Records. Recently, he blew up with the song Bed, which kind of blew up out of nowhere for me. I really only heard the Bed remix, but then I ended up hearing the original when I heard the album. I ended up liking the original more. For me, I became impressed with Jacquees whenever I watched his genius lyric breakdown where he was singing the lyrics, and I realized he had a really natural voice. It didn't come off as him trying too hard, or it didn't come off corny. It sounded like kind of how I felt when Miguel did the same thing. It just sounded like it was natural for him, like he just really enjoyed singing. For me, with this project, Jacquees really separated himself from your average new school R&B artist. You know, not much auto-tune, if any. I don't think that he uses auto-tune at all. His album gives me that throwback R&B feel, really. You know, like Avant, Pretty Ricky, like early 2000s type shit. I think he started off his album with a great opening song, 4275. That's if you could get past Birdman and Jermaine Dupri talking the whole entire song. Whose idea was that? Whose idea was that? Hey, yo, Birdman, can I get you to hop in the studio, say a few words on my track? Hey, yo, 100. Like, come on, dude. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. But, you know, Jacquees did his thing on the song. That's actually my favorite song off the album. I just completely ignore Birdman and Jermaine Dupri on the song. I'm cool with it now. I'm cool with it. I really like the 4275 opening track because it has this free-flowing structure to it. There's not really, I mean, there's a verse 1, a verse 2, hook 1, hook 2. You know, there's that thing going on. There's some type of structure, but I just feel like it seemed so natural. You know, nothing seemed forced on that song in particular. It just sounded like he was freestyling the whole time, and it sounded great. One thing I could say about Jacquees is what really separates him from everybody else is that his runs are amazing. They're beautiful. Dude's got a voice. No pause. Next song that really stood out to me was No Better. I don't even know how to begin with this song. Like, it's great. It's absolutely fantastic. I really love, like, I'm a huge fan of R&B, but man, like, how throwback these songs are is insane. And it really speaks volumes whenever you have a Jagged Edge feature on your album. Like, it just goes to show you, it further solidifies that he is deeply rooted in R&B, and it's insane. Like, I love this album so much, man. It's great. One of my other favorite songs is 23, mainly because I turned 23 very recently, so I'm turned, bitch. The whole song basically is about him saying that he's too young, he's trying to have fun, and you're not the girl for me because I'm not really looking for relationships. I'm only 23. Not when I'm 23. You know what I'm saying? So he really went ham on that song. I really love that song. I enjoy the subject matter. I mean, it's not something extremely mind-boggling. Once again, it's the sound that really wins you over. His singing, the runs, the smoothness of his voice. It really gets you every time. I'm telling you, on every song. Now let's get to this Bed song. The original has 55 million streams. I don't know how many streams the remix has, but that's how I found out about him, with the remix with Quavo and Ty Dolla $ign, who's also on a run. Ty Dolla $ign is undefeated in 2018. Jesus. I feel like he did Bed the right way. Whenever somebody samples a song, they tend to take that feeling of that song and turn it into something completely different. With Bed, I feel like he paid an ode to Avant's original song and really flipped it to make it something great. Like, even if you didn't hear what the original sounded like, you would still like the song. And I think that's what really won me over with that song. That's my second favorite song on the album besides 4275, because I mean, 4275, I mean, like, what do you really want from the dude? Dude's got hits on this thing, man. Dude's got hits. I mean, next song we're going to talk about is No Validation. I mean, could you choose a better subject matter? The topic of the song, like the subject matter of the song, it's really great, especially when he says she wants him to prove her right about men not being shit. what is this Twitter ass mindset that everybody has now? I really hate it. I really do. I think that's kind of like the mindset of every girl who's on social media way more than she should be. I mean, even dudes who think the opposite, that all girls don't know what they're talking about. They're so confusing. I mean, I do think girls are pretty confusing, but I'm just saying, like, communication is key at the end of the day, you know? Girl, you need some validation. Next song that I want to talk about is Infatuated. Now, I'm going to admit, I don't listen to Infatuated every day like I do all the other songs that I've mentioned at this point, but I just really want to mention the feature on that song because I'm probably going to butcher your name, but Latasha Scott, or I feel like that's how you say it, Latasha? Laflame? Her and Jacquees, they really display their vocal range on this song. Like, I feel like at a certain point they weren't even saying words anymore. They were just doing runs. They were having a battle to see who could do the cleanest runs. And I appreciated every second of it because I come from a gospel background. So I'm just amazed. Like, give it up. My God. The vibe. But seriously, at the end of the day, man, that song, Jacquees really showed his vocal range on that song, and it just goes to show you, once again, solidifying that he is a real R&B artist. He's not no new school R&B artist with the auto-tune and the crooning, and there's nothing wrong with that, because I like Party Next Door, I like Drake, you know what I'm saying? I like all the new dudes, but at the same time, it's really refreshing to hear somebody take time in their craft and really make it a point to not sound like everybody else, but to really go back into the roots of R&B and make something that's damn near a classic. I don't care what anybody says. This album is damn near a classic, bruh. I fucking love every second of this album. It's great. It's I have no complaints. He even has one of my favorite R&B artists on the album, Trey Songz. Now, a lot of people have a lot to say about Trey Songz because, yes, recently he did go pop. I mean, well, not recently. This was like years ago. But, yes, he did go pop. But I still like his music at the end of the day because, I mean, he may just gotta make it, dude. Like, what do you want? He had Twista on the song. What do you want from Trey Songz anymore? He did his job a long time ago. Let this man eat. Let this man eat. But anyways, I mean, that's all I have to really say about the album. It's a great album. I think anybody who hasn't listened to this album yet definitely needs to go take a listen, especially if you're into singing and R&B or even gospel. No, you know what? If you're into gospel, definitely don't listen to this album. I mean, closing note, once again, if you're a fan of the early 2000s R&B, you should definitely pick up this album, give it a listen, add it to your playlist, especially the songs that I mentioned: 4275, No Better, 23, Bed, or the Bed remix, and No Validation. I think you should definitely check out those tracks. It's your boy All Bad. I appreciate you guys watching. Leave a like or leave a comment telling me what album you think that I should do a video on. But besides that, you guys have a good day, all right? We out.